Hello students, how are you? I hope you all are good and safe. Today in this video, we are going to learn about non-finites. What are non-finites? Non-finites are verbs. It means verbs have two forms, finite verbs and non-finite verbs. What are finite verbs? A verb which is limited by the number or the person of its subject and also on the tense of the subject. Means the verbs which change with a change in person, number and tense are called finite verbs. For example, they play football. Here subject is in plural form. So we have plural verb. He plays football. Here subject is singular. So we have verb singular. Now see, when number of person change from first example to another example, verb also changes. Here when verb change with the change in number, person, subject or tense, then that verb is known as finite verbs. Non-finite verbs do not change their form even when the person or the number of the subject changes, nor on the tense of the sentence. For example, they want to eat something delicious. Second example, she wants to eat something delicious. Now in these two examples, first there is they. It is in plural form. With plural subject we are using plural verb want. Then there is to eat. In second example, she is singular subject and with it we are using singular verb wants. But see, with it we are adding to eat. To eat is not changing in both the sentence. He wants to play, they want to play. Again in these two examples, finite verb is changing with subject. He is singular, we are using wants singular verb. They is plural, we are using want plural verb. But to play is not changing with the number or with the subject. When any verb that do not change with a change in subject, number or tense, then that verb is known as non-finite verb. It means verb has two forms, finite verbs or non-finite verbs. Now this non-finite verb is again are of three types: infinitives, gerunds and participles. Now let us start with the first form of non-finite, that is infinitives. What are infinitives? Infinitive is a non-finite verb, is generally preceded by to, is a verb that is used like a noun, adjective or adverb. Now see, infinitives are again of two types, simple or gerundial. When infinitive is used as noun, it is called as simple infinitive. But when infinitive is used as adjective or adverb, it is called gerundial infinitive. Let us start with the first one, that is simple infinitives. When infinitive is used as noun, it is called simple infinitive. Now, where we will use the simple infinitives? First, we can use it at subject. To read is a good habit. To find fault is easy. See, the proof of infinitive is we add to with base form of verb. So see here, to read, to find, we are using it here as a subject. It is acting as a noun here in these sentences, and thus they are simple infinitives. It may act as object to verb. He likes to play. He likes to read. I like to play. Right? So here to play, to read, it is acting as an object to verb. As complement to verb. His greatest pleasure is to swim. His intention is to sing. Here, to swim, to sing is complementing verb. Use of infinitives with to and enough. There are many sentences in which we are using so and that. To replace so and that, we use to or enough. Whenever we use to and enough, we will use infinitive with it. For example, he is so weak that he cannot move. Now, when we have to change it into infinitives, what we will write? We will use it with TOO. He is too weak to move. She is old enough to get married. We also use infinitive with dummy it. Now see here examples. To respect our elders is our duty. This is a simple sentence. When we have to change it into infinitive, we will use it with dummy it. It is our duty to respect our elders. Next example. To live without pure water is difficult. Now how we will change it? We will change it into infinitive with dummy it. It is difficult to live without pure water. It is illegal to detain a woman in night. Right? Now we also can use infinitive with WH words. Generally we use infinitive with WH words. Now what are WH words? Question words. What, where, who, how, when. Right? With it, we always use infinitives. I don't know what to say. Tell me where to go. I wonder who to call. Do you know how to swim? Now see, with WH questions, we are using infinitives. These were simple infinitives. Now let's see gerundial infinitives. When infinitives are used as adjective or adverb. For example, we eat to live. Here to live is used to modify a verb. This wine is pleasant to drink. To drink is modifying adjective, that is wine. Right? Now, another type of infinitive is also known as bare infinitives. To is not used with auxiliary verb. So what are bare infinitives? When we do not add to with base form of verb. Only base form of verb is used in the sentence. Where we will use this bare infinitive? We will use bare infinitive after auxiliary verbs. For example, shall, will, must, dare, could, might, need, can, may, should. After this, we are not going to add to. Here is an exception, ought and use. With ought and used, we always add to. But with other modal verbs, we are not going to add to with base form of verb. There we will use it as bare infinitive. I should write. He should write. I can do it. I ought to go. I used to play cricket in the morning. Here, in first three example, see write, write, do. We are not adding to with it. So here write and do is bare infinitive. In active voice, to is not used with hear, see, make, feel, watch, know. Remember, wherever we are using it in active voice and using it with hear, see, make, feel, watch, know, we are not going to add to with base form of verb. We are going to use bare infinitive. I heard her sing. I watched her go. She made me fool. To is not used after let. I let her sleep. I let her to sleep is wrong. I let her sleep. Let them play. Let him come. Right? So here also we are not using to with base form of verb. We are only using bare infinitive. To is not used in negative and interrogative with need and dare. I need not go. Dare you act like her. So with need and dare also, we are not adding to with infinitive. Here we are only using bare infinitives. Now second type of non-finite verb is gerund. What is gerund? Gerund is the ing form of verb which is used as a noun, right? See, in infinitive we have added to with base form of verb. And how we are making gerund? By adding ing to the base form of verb. And this gerund will act as a noun. It is also called as verbal noun. Remember it. Example, running is a good way to keep fit. The boys were tired of running. He seemed to be interested in fighting. I like reading books. In all these examples, ing is added with the base form of verb and is acting as noun in the sentence. As both gerund and infinitive have the force of a noun and a verb, they have same uses. Thus, either of them may be used in a sentence with not much difference in meaning. For example, teach me to swim. Teach me swimming. Right? In these, both are acting as noun. Then third type of non-finite verb is participle. What is participle? A participle is that form of the verb which has characteristics of an adjective and a verb, right? Non-finite verbs in infinitive and in gerund, they were acting as noun. Now participle, they are acting as an adjective and a verb. Participles are of three types: present participle, past participle and perfect participle. Present participle. Present participle is the first form of verb plus ing. Present participle ends with ing and represents an action as going on or incomplete. For example, we met a girl carrying a basket of flour. It was a tiring journey. The blind man, thinking all was safe, tried to cross the road. Here in all these examples, in verb we have added ing and it is acting as an adjective. Second type is past participle. Past participle use third form of verb and is usually ends in ed, d, t, en or n. It indicates about the completion of task in past, right? Wherever in the sentence where the work has been done in past, we will use past participle. She looks tired. The candidate selected for this post is my brother. Driven by hunger, she stole an apple. The house was burnt. He gave a written complaint. See, in all these examples, the verb used third form, right? Tired, selected, driven, burnt, written. And third type of participle is perfect participle. Those participle which indicates the ending of a task and after that the starting of a new task are perfect participle. Perfect participle how we will make perfect participle? By having plus past participle or having being plus past participle. Example, having done, having seen, having finished. Having finished my work, I went to the market. Having passed the examination, he prepared for interview. Having completed his project, he went for the picnic. So here in all these examples, having finished, having passed and having completed, these are perfect participles, right? I hope you all have understood it. Thank you.